Taking a quick look at MYRO from the last time we looked at it, we're going over the possible bear flag once again on this thing, and we went over the same thing on Heroes of Mavia. Heroes of Mavia died and fell off the table. It ended up making lower lows. MYRO has yet to follow that. So, I mean, we're going to look at some levels here, but these things can blast off at any moment. So, even though we're pointing out the bear flag here, and it's getting stuck right at it with these candles here, especially with the volume coming in here, and it's just still stuck and it cannot get over that flag bottom here. You can see that that kind of tells us that there's a possibility that it's going to drop below this volume area and come down to some lower bottoms here, which is possibly, you can see the 1272 to the downside. I know that's a stretch and that's a pretty big drop, but you do run the risk of that right now. If you drop below where you're holding here for the last couple of, what are these, 3-day candles? So about the last week, you've been holding over about 14 to 15 here, a penny and a half rather. That's a 30% drop from where you are now. And then you have the ultimate low all the way down here at 1 penny. So if it drops below 1 penny off of this bear flag and it starts falling, then you run the risk of absolutely falling off the table. You can see 78% here. So maybe that doesn't happen. I mean, if you look at it on the macro here, you just kind of look, you're at that last area here, and you could very well be forming a double bottom here with, the structure that is forming, if that is not going to play out as a bear flag. The stock RSI is almost at the top again. So if the stock RSI starts to fall again, like it did here, then, the price is just going to tank at that point. But what we're going to do here is the same thing we did on Mavia. Give you guys a couple of prices to watch to see if it gets over these prices, then the bear flag is not playing out and it does not have to break down. So we're going to draw this in a couple of different spots because you can see that one really doesn't tell us anything short term here. But if we pull it all the way down, let's go to this high, that little wick high to the low. Yeah, you're right above the 236 here. So if you can get over 2 pennies on MYRO short term, then you can consider this thing bullish here, and maybe it is going to break out, and then that breakout confirmation will be over 2.5, as you can see. And we drew this green box here. You have to get over this green box on the macro for any kind of momentum to the upside here. But like I said, short term, pretty much 2 pennies needs to break, and you need to start getting back above and breaking these highs here. Getting back over the 786 would be a great thing for that 2.5 penny range on MYRO. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. It's either on the bottom or it's about to break down. So just keep that in mind. But if you're bullish on MYRO, or if you're still holding, or if you're looking to buy in here on the potential bottom, then this is going to be a good play. You can see that if this thing's going to come up here and hit a new high up to the dollar range, and if it does not break a penny, I think a dollar is very possible. You can see that is a 61x on MYRO for 2025 here. But like I said, that depends on if it's going to break a penny or not. If it doesn't break a penny, then I'm really liking a dollar on MYRO. If you want to be way more conservative on this thing, maybe a 786 retracement from where you are right now to 22, maybe 25 cents or so, but you can see that's about an 11 to 12x at that point. But if this is the bottom on MYRO, then it's got a great return for here in the future. So what are your thoughts on MYRO at this point? It is up almost 17% on the week. We'll see if it keeps going here. And like I said, comment down below. None of this is financial advice, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.